Hi and welcome back to HardReset.Info, and today I'm gonna talk about bike computers, specifically three of them: WAHOO ACE, WAHOO Roam 3 and WAHOO Bolt 3. The ACE is actually the oldest of the bunch, released at the end of 2024. The Roam 3 and Bolt 3 came out this year in 2025, and interestingly, it's the ACE that sort of set the tone for how the new ones work. I'll explain that in a moment. First, let's start off with core features. The WAHOO ACE is the only one of these three with a wind sensor up here. It's also got a touchscreen, a proper speaker, and a cool little trick. When you double tap on the screen, it rings like a bell because of that speaker, and also it gives you navigation instructions because of the speaker. It claims 30 hours of battery life, which, nah, I'd say around 22 hours is more realistic, and the display 3.8 inches, pretty big for a bike computer. The Roam 3 also has a touchscreen and a speaker, but no wind sensor here. Battery life is advertised as 25 hours, but again, not quite. In real life, I'd say it's more like 20 hours or so. The screen here is 2.8 inches, which is actually a nice bump compared to the older Roam V2. So overall, touchscreen, speaker and screen size are all notable upgrades on the Roam 3 compared to previous generation. Then we've got the Bolt 3. This one skips on a few things. There's no wind sensor, no touchscreen and no speaker. But it does have its little beep, which works when you start or end a workout or when you auto power off the device. Battery life is supposed to be 20 hours, but again, let's be honest, more like 15. And the screen 2.3 inches. Quite good. All these three now have dual band GPS. The Roam V2 had it already. The Bolt V2 didn't, so it's a nice upgrade to the Bolt 3. And the displays have been massively improved, not just in size, but also in color. Old models had 64 colors. Now we're talking 16 million colors on all three. Everything just looks better. Now also all of them use a unified system, and that's the part that was kind of inspired by the ACE. The ACE introduced this new, more modern system, and the Roam 3 and Bolt 3 follow that path. It's way easier to operate that than the old setup, especially on the touchscreen models. But don't get me wrong, the Bolt 3 with buttons only is still also very good to navigate. They have added street names to maps now and map layers, so you can toggle things like points of interest, custom waypoints, and in the case of the ACE, wind data. Another change is the WAHOO app. Previously, Roam and Bolt used the WAHOO Elemnt app. It's gone now. Everything's been moved to main WAHOO app. Now let's talk about workout profiles. Now you can actually choose between indoor and outdoor rides, which is very helpful. There's also a time of day display in the top left corner, finally, and it stays visible all the time, which is just convenient. Gone are status LEDs, which some people liked on the Roam V2. They used to show turn direction and signal status. Now that info is all built into the main display, and honestly, I don't miss the LEDs at all, but I get if you do. Time for the prices. The most interesting point. WAHOO ACE is the most expensive, at $599. Roam 3 sits at $449, and Bolt 3 is the most affordable, at $329. And that's the breakdown. So whether you want all the bells and whistles like wind sensors and speakers, or you prefer something simpler and more affordable, WAHOO's lineup gives you solid choices. You don't always have to trust the battery life claims too much though. And that will be about it for the video. Let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite one, or maybe you prefer Garmin or some other brands. And don't be shy to like and subscribe to our video to help us create more content like this in the future. See you in the next one.